Hi, this is Wanda from Melinda Craft, and this is our Quilt Blocks channel. Now today I'm going to show you how to make this variable star quilt block, and this is another one of those easy blocks that has endless possibilities. So let's get started. Okay, so what we're going to need is one 5.5 inch square piece for the middle. We'll need 4 pieces for the corners, and they measure 3 inches. Then you'll want 4 pieces measuring 3.5 inches, and that's for these pieces here. And then you'll want 4 contrasting pieces of fabric, and that's for our star points. So we've got a gold, a light blue, a red, and a dark blue, and the pattern just repeats itself around, but you only need 1 piece at 3.5 inches of those pieces. Now all of these measurements will be on the website, so don't forget to go there and have a look, and we'll also have all the written instructions for doing this block there as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take these pieces and I'm just going to put them aside for now because we don't need to work with those. So we got all our 3.5 inch squares here. So what I'm going to do is just place one of these dark pieces on top of my contrasting pieces, just like so, because we're going to make our half square triangles now. So once we've done that, we just take our ruler and our chalk and just draw a line across the diagonal. And we're going to do that on all 4 of these, and then we sew our seam 1/4 inch on either side from that line, because this is going to be our cutting line. So I'll go and do that now and then show you what it looks like. So as you can see, I've drawn on either side of my chalk line. Actually, you can see it better if I turn this over, and you can see it on the light side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to cut along the chalk line on all 4 of those pieces. So just like this, place my ruler down and slice. And that's going to give me my 2 half square triangles. So I'm going to do that with all 4 pieces, and then we'll just press them. Okay, so now you'll have 2 of each colour, as you can see here, and we've pressed them with the seam going to the dark side of the fabric. Now I'm going to square these up because they're a little bit bigger than what I want. They need to be squared down to 3 inches. Now I'm not going to show that to you because we have a really good tutorial on how to square up a half square triangle, and we'll put a link in the description below. But I'll go and square these up now, and then we'll do the next step. Okay, so now we're going to lay out our block in the manner that we wish to have it. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the square and place it in the middle, and then take my corner pieces and just set them out. It just gives me an idea of where everything needs to go. Okay, so then we bring over our first 2 blocks and we place them in the middle, and then we do the sides. Now you can have these coloured blocks any way you like, whatever suits you, but this is how I want them. Okay, just remember you always need to have your dark colour forming that triangle, and then those ones in there. Now the next thing I need to do, once I've got it how I like it, is to sew the thing together. So we'll start off, we'll sew this row, and we'll also sew this row. So we'll put this one on top of here and sew it together with a 1/4 inch seam. Same with that side, and then sew the 2 together. And we'll do that on the bottom. So I'll go and do that now. Okay, so I've sewn the bottom row and the top row, and as you can see here, I've pressed the seams out here and I've opened the middle seam. That's just to reduce some of the bulk. So those 2 rows are done. So now the next step is to do these side pieces. So we'll place one on top of the other, right sides together, and the same on this side, and we'll sew those together with a 1/4 inch seam. And when that's done, we'll attach the side pieces to our 5.5 inch piece. Okay, so that'll be like that, and again, right sides together and a 1/4 inch seam. So I've sewn those 2 side pieces onto my middle piece, and I've pressed the seams. So you can see here that on the side pieces the seams are pressed open, but these seams are pressed towards the middle. So now we're going to place the top piece right sides together, and we'll sew that with a 1/4 inch seam. Now because we've got how we've pressed our seams, you'll see that they'll butt nicely together, and that'll give us nice points on the outside. So we'll do that, and we'll also do exactly the same with the bottom piece. Right sides together, make sure that our seams butt up nicely towards each other, and sew with a 1/4 inch seam. So there we are, all finished. I was just saying to Paula, wouldn't this look great with a fussy cut centre and some shabby chic material around it? But there you go, it looks awesome, I feel. So if you like this tutorial, give us a like and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, the instructions will all be on the website.